No. Wait.
Too late.
Wait. Let's get ready for Triple T Tools, Tips, and Talk for Knife Makers. In the red corner, weighing in at none of your business, from Echo Blades, Jerid. In the blue corner, extremely old and a little lighter, we have Denis Tyrell from Tyrell Knifeworks.
Just remember, my wife calls you my little friend.
Yeah, that's right. I had a little waist this weekend too, so that was always good. She always makes me feel good, even though I'm pushing way past too much, but it's all good. How the hell are you, dude?
I'm good. I am getting ready for a week away. So and so are you, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Both on hiatus. We're skipping town and screw this shit.
Yeah. Except you're going to go do some, well, yeah, you're going to do more cool shit than I am.
Yeah, I hope so.
But
You're just
mine's
doing work. I'm doing fun stuff.
no.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're doing fun stuff too? And you leave when? Friday?
Sunday at the
Sunday.
ass crack at dawn.
Oh, I was wondering if I was going to see you at the airport or something, but no.
You're leaving Friday?
Friday, like noon. So I knew I wasn't going to see you at the airport.
Oh, yeah. No,
At
I
least
don't
it's
leave
Oakland. I'm happy about that.
I've been flying out of SAC, and I love it. It doesn't make much sense for you?
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
Unless it's, you're returning at 3:00 on a weekday.
Even then, it's so far. The SAC airport is like not only Sacramento downtown is as far as San Francisco, and then the airport's like another 25 minutes. So
yeah, no, you're right. It makes all the sense in the world to me, though.
Yeah.
So
you just love SAC. You love saying SAC.
I do. I love the Oakland SAC.
For everyone else, that means Sacramento. If you're not from California, he just doesn't. He does love SAC, but he also loves Sacramento Airport.
I love a drawbridge too. Sacramento Airport is all I'm good with. The old Sacramento, it's baseball season. We got spring training. Actually, today, how many years ago was that the fake news disease?
What?
The fake news disease. The pandemic. How many years ago was that?
It was in 2020.
2020. So 5 years ago today, I was supposed to be on a plane heading to Arizona for spring training, and the world shut down. Literally today. I had a flight on St. Patrick's Day, and I was getting ready to go until they fucking closed everything down. I was still going to go.
I can't believe that was 5 years ago that it started. Like
Yeah.
almost like, yeah, the peak was right now. It was like March 14th or 15th when the shutdown.
The shutdown on the 17th. That was the day.
Oh, was it? Was it?
It was the day. Yeah, because I literally had my bags packed and I was still going to go. We were going to be like, we'll figure out how to get home if if shit gets crazy. But yeah.
Wow, the 5-year anniversary of screw St. Patty's Day, the 5-year anniversary of COVID.
Man. Yeah.
That's pretty. I can't believe it's been that long. I feel like, well, actually, it only ended like 2 years ago, so
yeah,
went on for 3 years.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't, but anyways, F all that. We had it is baseball season, and I am.
Oh, see, I find COVID more interested than baseball season.
Not as stoked about this year with the A's being in Sacramento.
But that's just temporary, right?
Yeah, but it's now.
Yeah. Okay.
Who knows where the hell they'll end up? Maybe they'll go to Portland.
I thought it was a done deal. They were going to Vegas.
Nope, they fired the dude that it was supposed
even suggested it.
Well, who was working on it? So I don't know. It's back and forth. We'll see. But they're not in Oakland, so whatever.
All right. Yeah, I actually went out. It was a friend of mine's birthday on Saturday, so we did a little early bar hopping and St. Patty's Day celebrating. I haven't done that in ages, so we did a little pub crawl on Saturday, and yeah, I was even dressed up in green, and yeah, that was kind of fun.
It
But
sounds riveting. Like, oh my god, I am so wow, I can't believe I missed out on that.
uh, uh, day drinking at well, we were out between. We started at 3 and we were done at 6, so that was like perfect for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds age appropriate. You started before any of the real drinkers got up, and you ended right before they had
Exactly.
breakfast. Yeah,
I was in bed before 9 o'clock.
nice. If I did drink, I would imagine that that would be well, I don't know. I'd probably push the limits and go till 7, 8. But yeah, I don't know how long I could hang. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be good.
Yeah,
Not like the old days. But
no. What did you do? How was your weekend besides Sunday when I saw you?
Ooh, Saturday.
Oh, you golf Saturday, didn't you?
Oh, I did golf Saturday. I had a major bummer. I know everyone gives a shit about my golf career, but I joined that tournament or that league, and this is the one tournament of the year that we do a scramble. And I've played in that tournament every year as a guest, and I actually won it once. I don't. I play really good there, and but a scramble's great, right? Because it doesn't. You hit one shot, your partner hits one shot, you pick the best ball, and you hit from
Oh, I
there,
see.
right?
So it's
So
like scramble means like best ball. Is that the
it
same
is,
thing?
yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
That's the same thing. But so you could have a shitty part of you could not be putting and your partner could be on fire and you could be dry, so it works out a lot of times unless you both shit the bed, which has happened as well. But anyways, I look forward to that damn tournament all year long, and my dumbass responded to the email where the guy puts out, says, all right, who's in. I responded to what I thought was the email to put myself in, but it was to some other person who had responded. And then 3 weeks later, the guy goes, "Hey, this is, anybody else in? Because we don't have that many people." And I didn't see my name in there. I'm like, "Oh, yo, I signed up." Like, and I figured it out and texted him. I ended up being the fucking odd man out, the last guy. We needed more people
So
to
you're
play.
you you're a team of one.
I
What?
would been a team of one, but we needed a foursome to book it, not even just two. So I had my son. I said, "Well, I'll bring my son. He could play with us, but we needed two more people, and we couldn't get anybody else to play, so I got fucking out."
I never got a call.
That's true. But
Jeez,
day
where's the love?
yeah, you're day drinking, and I wanted to win. No,
Hey, I might have hit a miracle ball that you maybe might have used.
dude, I would scramble partners come in all
I'm good with a
ranges.
wedge.
Yeah,
I'm good with like a 7 iron and like a pitching wedge, sand wedge.
that's
That's
all.
my jam. Anything else, suck balls.
Yeah, there you go.
Can't
But
putt, can't drive.
yeah, well, some days it's like that for all of us. But anyways, that didn't happen. So um, I ended up my son and I just went out to a local course here because again I've been gone a lot and I'm leaving again, so I wanted to golf, but it was cool just to hang out with him and got his ass up early. That's always good. And but then it just the tale of two tails on the front and the back nine. On the front I started off really a couple holes, first ones were real shitty, and then I ended up shooting 11 over with 5 pars. That's 5 pars and still shooting 11 over is just how shitty I was on the other 4 holes. But and I was like, oh my god, I was on fire there at the end, and then we made the turn and I ended up shooting 24 over. So yeah, not so good.
Hmm.
But it was fun. It's always good to hang out with Jerid, and he's streaky like his dad is. So it was cool. And then I came home and it was like 1:30, and again work's still shitty, and for just pepping up, like this is real Dennis Tyrell excitement. I came home, won, ate some lunch, and I went to sleep at 1:30 and woke up at 4.
And wait, what?
Yeah.
1:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
And woke up at 4? That's beyond me. I can't sleep that long during the day.
Well, as exciting as you. So same. No, we were having the same amount of fun.
Hey, I was out at bars drinking and dancing.
I know.
Well,
Still.
kind of. I was chair dancing.
Excuse me?
Chair dancing, not table
Come again?
dancing.
Come again? Yeah, so Saturday was cool. It was a good morning, and I got some rest. So, and then
Sounds like it. If I'd sleep like that, I'd never sleep at night. I'd be up till like 2 in the morning.
I just read something the other day that said if you're getting less than 6 hours of sleep a night, it is equal to showing up to work intoxicated the next day, your brain.
Okay, I believe it.
Yeah, and I operate on about maybe 4 to 6 hours a night pretty
Yeah,
regularly for long stretches, and then I hit it to where, like, I can't do it anymore, and then that's when I end up taking a nap at 1:30. So,
hey, you're getting old, brother. That's
yeah, no, for sure. That's
that's
no
that is not okay. You're gonna have
not
to slip into the 8 hour a day.
no, it's so true. I told my wife that, like, I gotta, like,
Get your
get
shit in
get
line,
get
man.
a sleep pattern, or what is it, sleep health or some shit like that. I don't know. But yeah, when I read that, I was just like, "Ooh, that's pretty lame." Because some mornings you barely get any sleep. You're not firing on all cylinders, that's for sure. So
No, and those are the really unproductive days in the shop when I get up tired and not wanting to do much. And I was the opposite today. I wanted to do a lot, and I just had some other office stuff to do and tax
that
related
sucks.
stuff and bullshit like that. But
Geez, how long are you gonna do your taxes? You've been talking about this for like 2-3 weeks now.
yeah, my taxes are filed. The problem, I don't want to go into all my taxes, but the last couple of years, remember the LLC didn't make any money, but I forgot to close the LLC, and then taxes didn't get filed for the LLC because I've been a corp for 2 years,
Yeah, yeah.
but now I owe some money on that, and I don't know how much that is. I can't find out how much that is because I haven't. I went through like two
Gotcha.
hours trying to get someone on the phone from the California Tax Board,
Are you a
FT.
citizen yet?
That's the reason I'm having to do this because by the 19th, I have to give them some information because I told them in the interview that I owe some taxes and now they want proof that I've paid them. And it's got to be done by the 19th. That's why I'm going through all this bullshit.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to pay your taxes anyways, but yeah, that's pretty
It's
funny.
not personal taxes, those are paid. This is like, I didn't make any money at the LLC and I thought I closed it, but I didn't. So
Yeah,
it's
I
my
get
own
it.
dumbass, but
Typical foreigner stuff.
yeah,
No.
exactly. Exactly.
All right. Well,
Oh,
yeah, that's lame.
yeah, very
But
lame.
Sunday was cool.
Yeah.
I had a good time Sunday. Slept in, and I was actually I s- I was watching golf on TV because that's cool to
Because you're
do.
really, really lame.
I love that. I just can't get enough, dude. So uh that's a good way to start the morning, and then just started getting into my shop, and it's been a while, and it's a disaster. And I was like
What
looking
about Jared
around.
cleaning it? Come
Huh?
on. I thought
Well,
Jared.
even if, like, it's still like running in, out, grabbing stuff here and there, and not putting anything back, and it's just, yeah, it's bad form. But I stood out there for a second. I was like, "Mm, this is really, really, really not looking like fun." And then you called me, and you're like, "Where the fuck you at?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, let me get my shit together. I'm on my way."
Yeah.
So, but that was cool, man. I had a good time. Uh, wasn't quite in the. It doesn't matter. I think that what we ended up doing, listeners, is that I did the handle fit up for the Hidden Tang chef knife I've been working on since 1957, and it was that process for me is kind of like forging, I believe. It's just the way I learn and the way I understand things is I could watch a million fucking videos on that. If you weren't there showing me like the things that we were doing, I would have given up. And
That one is all about order of operations.
100%. That's the one thing my ADHD brain fucking lacks. And then staying focused enough to to remember the order. But I think it's just more about like the you need the order of operations, right? But you also got to be just like forging. You got to be like 3 steps ahead in your mind while
Yeah.
you're doing the operation that's right in front of you.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's where,
all planning.
yeah,
That one is all.
yeah, and that's where you were. That was extremely helpful to me. So we got the bolster done, the slot. Um,
We cheated, did it on the mill.
yes, yes,
But
we did.
fit up is tight. It's
Yep,
the fit up looks good. Now you just got to shape the handle.
yep. Square. We did the lines that square the block up, and that's all
Yeah, you just
I
got to
gotta do.
grind to the lines and then put your fat. It was a wah handle he's doing, and then you just got to put your facets in and Bob's your
Bob's
uncle.
your uncle.
You me
I
baby.
knew you were gonna say it. I knew you were gonna say it. I got your ass. You're so predictable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Bob's your uncle, and you got a cat's ass. Dennis Tyrell. Yeah.
You sounded like what's his name, Krusty the Clown there.
Hi, kids. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was cool. I really did have a good time, and that was a cool process to do, kind of out of the norm.
yeah,
It's
no, it's good, and it's for me. It's a good warm up because I'm kind of getting in the going through the motions of teaching that class, which I have to teach on Saturday, but it's like guard and handle shaping, so it's a little more involved than that, but
yeah,
same kind of thing, so that's good.
which doesn't sound interesting to me. So
No, well, you've never done a guard.
well, I started to, but
When did
I
you
was
do a
just
guard?
thinking about. I didn't. We
Oh,
started to. I did the knife with Rick. Um, and the next thing we have to do is the guard on that. But we
which
talked a lot about guards.
which knife are you talking about? The
Rick and I did like a
a hidden tang?
yeah. Remember
Oh,
when I went up there to see him when you weren't invited?
I thought that one was a big full tang chopper.
We ended up doing that as well.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
forgetting about the other one then. I'm just remembering
yeah,
the chopper.
yeah.
So, oh,
It
good.
was I was there for what the hell was I doing? Oh, I had that golf tournament up there.
Yeah.
So we uh we did the knife, ground the knife, and then it was like at hand sanding. And instead of spending time hand sanding, we made the choppers the next day.
Right. So you decided to Jared another blade instead of doing the work
Mm-hmm.
you were.
Yep.
I get
And
it.
that was
I
when
get
I
it.
ended up leaving there at like 6 o'clock at night too, because we
Yeah, on
spent
the day
all
you were
day.
supposed to leave. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So that was cool. So I have that one to do as well. Add that to the bucket of unfinished things. But yeah, it was cool. I had
Cool.
a good time, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. You actually were kind of helpful.
Yeah. It was actually fortuitous that you were late because I had I'll call it community service to do Sunday morning. So I didn't tell you this. I had a kid reach out to me over email. He is a high school student in Southern California, Calabasas or whatever. And just out of the blue, I guess he watches my videos and he's taking a business class and he wanted to interview a business owner, small business owner. So I said, sure. So I sat through a little interview and had him interview me and answered a bunch of questions Sunday morning. And yeah, chit chatted with him for, I don't know, 45 minutes. So felt good that I helped out a high school student on Sunday morning. So I thought that was fun.
Cool.
And yeah, and then jumped in the hot tub with my wife for an hour before you got here. So it was good that you were late.
Yeah, I was on time. You just didn't get our shit together,
Yeah, whatever.
but it worked. It was cool. And I got
Yeah.
home and not yeah, it worked out really good. So yeah, but that's about every bit of knife making that I got to do. So, but it was cool. Now it's back on pause until
Until.
until. So we got to get through this week. Really
Mhm.
shitty week. I got training, the the first part of the training, which is Zoom shit.
Oh, I hate Zoom training.
3 days this week. A bunch of really uncool stuff to do.
I have the attention span of a gnat when it comes to any kind of training on Zoom or any kind of web conference.
I don't want to nerd out on anything right now,
I
but
can't do it.
so I designed fire sprinklers for many years, and I don't do that anymore. I manage,
Oh, you
you
just
know,
tell people what to do.
I just and I do all the shitty things like talk to customers all day long and give direction and help in some fashion. But I don't get to sit down and do any design, which at first was really cool. But here we are 3 years later, and I miss it. Every now and again, I just want to put my headphones in and draw circles and lines for 4 hours on a after lunch after eating a big ass burrito or
Why
something.
don't you fucking do it in knife print then?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, and I had that actually had killed all that desire too. But I'm doing this kind of like this class where we're designing in a program called Revit, which is like architectural fusion, if you will.
Okay.
So it's
Hmm.
like it's AutoCAD's 2D, Fusion is 3D, but for mechanical
It's 1D.
design. Huh?
It's 1D.
That's three.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So Revit is like the architectural version of that, and so they make sprinkler plugins for Revit, and so I'm doing that today. So I'm actually excited. I'm having fun
Oh,
getting to
that's good.
draw sprinklers and with no deadlines and shit that doesn't matter and never going to get installed. So it's really cool. uh, so
I have
that's
no desire to do any programming or coding anymore. None. Zero.
yeah. I don't really want to do a job. I just want to talk about it. Like so, but so the training's not that bad. And then but get to this week and then I fly out on Sunday. And hopefully if everything works right, I'm gonna stop by and see our buddy Eric Rivers and
Nice.
go hang out and hopefully forge with him. It's not in stone yet, but reached out. I talked to him at Blade and kind of connected with him. It was today or the day before or something like that. So that seems to be kind of cool and promising. Um,
You're going to get the Rivers experience?
I'm gonna get the Rivers experience. Yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool.
I saw he's going to be. Wait, when's Texas Select? That's like in a couple of weeks, right? He's going to be on stage forging for that event, I heard.
Yeah, nice. Now we had a really good conversation when I at Texas and just about forging, and I ended up showing him that brisket slicey thing, and I'm always interested when somebody says Rick did the same thing where they they're confident they have a process that is teachable and different than I guess the masses and the way he was talking to me about it, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting. I want to go check it out." And there's obviously that's kind of been my jam, and everything I've been talking about here is hooking up with other people and getting that experience with as many makers as you can, and because everybody's got a different way of looking at it, perspective, and processes. So it sounded cool. So I am looking forward to hopefully getting to hang out with him.
Yeah.
It'll be quick though. I'll land, rent a car, and drive to wherever the hell he is. That's what I did with Micah last year. But then go through the class, um, and I got some tentative dinner dates with a handful of makers that are local in the area.
Look at you.
So should be eventful evenings there during that week. Maybe play some golf with somebody, Jeff Carey. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it sounded cool. I enjoyed the conversation. And then on Friday, that class ends. I'm gonna head over to Micah Dunn's and spend Friday evening and Saturday. I doubt Sunday. I think my plane leaves at I think I leave on 11 o'clock on Sunday, but get to spend all day Saturday, and I don't know what the hell we're gonna do, but we're gonna have a good time. So,
Nice. Well, I
um,
expect to hear all about it week after next.
yeah,
Nice.
and then I'm not gonna say it yet. So, yeah, I don't. I hope this works out great, and it seems to be a good balance between having to be gone, doing more work stuff. Uh, really looking forward to the opportunity, every opportunity I get to live in the land of the free and stock up on tobacco products.
That's the real reason you're going, isn't it? Get some chew.
It's quite expensive for my company, but yeah.
You're gonna have a suitcase full of chew coming back. I see it already. Are
Yeah,
you are
I
you already
didn't.
already out from what Coy brought you?
um by default, no.
By default, no.
No, because I got another role when I was there last
Oh
time,
yeah,
but
right. You would have got
yeah.
some in Texas.
No, I'm not out, so it's good, but I'll stock
Yeah.
up, and I'm out of Zen though. So
Huh.
this that's coming to an end. So yeah. Anyways, that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to it. Um, in the otherwise very very uh not so cool times that I'm currently in. Always good to have some bright spots to look forward to and hang out with some people. So hey, do you know
Nice.
what else? While we were making the handle,
What?
um, so we chose. I brought some handle material, but Dennis had a bunch of stuff too. So we used Cocobolo, and we were grinding it. And Dennis think it smells like balls. So it's kind of weird. You're talking about
I
sack
said
and
it.
my love for sack when you think Coca-Cola smells like balls.
I said it smells nutty, not like balls.
What's the matter with you, you dirty old man? It's just wood.
Uh, it does smell good. It's same with African blackwood. It's got that same scent to it. It smells like I don't know, like I don't know, almonds or something. It smells like nuts.
It doesn't smell like that sweet poison of a resin,
No,
epoxy resin.
no, and it certainly doesn't smell like antler, which smells like death, but
Uh,
or old
yeah.
feet.
Well, you know what I do know? If you're like looking for some nutty fragrance of of wood or handle material, along with any other knife making supply you need, you should go check out our buddy Lawrence Lake from Maritime Knife Supply. He's got you covered on everything you need to make fuck all kinds of stuff, including knives. He's got grinders, abrasives, heat treating ovens. You name it.
Steel
Steel, yeah, that's important stuff.
equipment,
Equipment,
folder
yeah.
parts, everything.
Folder. Oh my god, yeah. He'll
Yeah,
even cut your steel up into
yeah,
whatever length you want,
yeah.
even
And
full lengths. He'll cut it to full lengths for you.
I just got my shipment. I laid it out on the counter and I admired it for a few days because I was waiting for new little compartments to put it away. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, there's nothing puts a smile on my face than getting like 80 feet worth of steel and just
Was it
seeing it
80?
on 80
Is
feet.
that the most you've gotten?
I think I ordered 100 one time,
Goodness.
but I mean I don't do it very often, so that
Yeah.
lasts me a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice seeing it all stacked up there.
Nice. I mean, if you want to have that same happiness that Dennis Tyrell has when he gets, a nice stack of steel in front of him, go check out Lawrence Lake from Maritime Knife Supply and tell him the boys at Triple T sent you.
That's right. And since we're talking about handle material, you know what handle material doesn't smell nutty?
Tell me.
Rock solid scales. The Grip Tech. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it doesn't smell nutty. I think
It
you're nutty if you don't go out and get some, right?
I agree. I agree. And it does not smell horrific like the sweet poison of other epoxy resin stuff. So it's great to work with. And like I said last week, it was really, really, really cool to see all the other makers put their spin on how they finished it out. So if you're looking for a different type of panda material for your next project, go consider, actually don't consider, just go do it. Rock solid scales. Not only do they have grip tech, but they have probably some nutty fragrance stabilized wood for you and all kinds of other scales. And load up your cart and use the discount code triple T10 for 10% off your next purchase. That's TTT10.
Do it. Get some.
Get some. I think we got trolled for saying do it.
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
Yeah, did you?
I did.
They will remain nameless, but
Yeah,
I heard it, fuckers.
we knew who it was. You're being put on blast.
Does do it make you go do it? Get out of here, fuckers.
Maybe it's for calling it TTT10 every week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that too, because I did too. But yeah. And well, shit, while we're at it, man, and if you're done with your handles and you're ready to finish it up, you might as well go take advantage of some premium wax from Pelican Paste. Travis Haynes, pelicanpaste.com. He's got hard wax, soft wax, Pelican oil, which I did use on the grip tech finish. Came out chef's kiss. Hand salve, soap, all kinds of stuff for all of your finishing needs. So go ahead and do it and load up the court or
The court?
the cart and check out with the discount code triple T10 for 10% off.
TTT10.
T
Mr. Noah.
That's right. Cool. You
Hey,
just
yeah.
couldn't leave it alone, huh?
Yeah,
You couldn't leave it alone.
I had a story. I think I almost blinded myself last week in the shop. This is so Parker's in the shop. He's like putting together some sand sharks, doing some assembly work.
Okay.
And I work at a different table when he's there, my main table, and he works at a different table. But so I was out of my little squeeze bottle of acetone, so that was running out. So I had a brand new tin, like the square tins of acetone.
Sure.
Put it on the table. It's brand new. It's never been opened. Sit it on the table. I don't know if this has ever happened to anybody else, but I don't know if it was a temperature change or what. But I open the plastic cap on the acetone, and it erupts in my face.
Oh, not the
Like,
first
because
time that's happened to you, but yeah. Good.
Touche. It was like someone squeezed the tin directly in my face. Like I probably got 6 ounces of acetone directly in the face.
Jeez.
And I had glasses on, and it was a good thing because I was literally like I couldn't see, and I didn't want to open my eyes because my face was like drenched in acetone.
Oh, getting all that dry.
And I'm yelling at Parker to like get me some paper towel or something like that. And then when I look down, the acetone after that eruption is still it's like an eighth of an inch below the cap.
Goodness.
So I don't know if they overfilled this fucker, but I was mad, and that could have been really bad.
Did you get it shipped to you, or did you go buy it?
No, I bought it at Lowe's. I don't know what it was under pressure when I opened it. So yeah, that scared the shit out of me. So next time I open that, I'm going to be like at arm's length. But I actually was scared because I thought I was like burnt my eyes or something like that, but I was totally fine. And it was just, so word of warning, folks.
If you had Pelican paste soft wax all over your face, you would have repelled all of that because it's the extreme repellent of all liquids.
Okay, yeah, maybe. But
nice.
one of the things. So yeah, last week, Christian, the student I had in the in the shop for 8 days, which is a long time to have a student in the shop. But good thing he's a cool guy, and we had a good time. But I posted a bunch of the pictures of the knife that he finished, that we finished together. But the feather Damascus Bowie knife, which went very
Came out
well.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, that it came out really good.
yeah, I think it. And when he, and I think I talked about this last week, like he decided like he wanted the black border around the feather, and we didn't understand, or he didn't understand at the time how complicated that was going to be, but it lengthened it by a day, but it came out really nice.
Yeah. No, it was a great pattern.
Yeah, got that
Good.
shipped out to him, and yeah, things went really well.
Cool.
Yeah, but I did have an interesting. You know, you get these guys in the Facebook groups, especially like bladesmithing for beginners, and this happens
Mhm.
like what, once every 2 or 3 weeks or once a month, where someone complains that bladesmithing for beginners isn't all beginners, and they want it to be all beginners. You know, you
I don't frequent the group enough
know,
to, but I know the thing very well. Yes.
yeah. So I had posted those pictures of his knife, saying, "Hey, yeah, a student just finished, and this is what he finished." And I'm not going to needle this guy, but someone put a comment, basically, who do you consider a student that's doing feather Damascus? Like, I'm going to be a student next week. Like, what does that comment even mean?
Oh,
Uh,
you thinking it's along the lines of that's pretty advanced for
yeah, I think
an
he was.
average Joe to do it?
I I read it like, you know what you know what kind of student is already doing feather Damascus? Like, that's not a beginner thing. Well, there's students at all levels, not just beginners. Even though I had posted it in bladesmithing for beginners, but Christian's still a beginner, even though he's only been bladesmithing less than a year. He hasn't done those kind of patterns on his own. He came to a class to learn them.
Mhm.
So anyway, I thought that was kind of a weird comment, but you get all kinds on the Facebook groups.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
yeah,
I
so
was I was laughing about while we were at the we were working on that a knife this weekend. I asked you if you had seen the oh god, you're gonna have to help me out on the brand, but at at Blade, Texas, I saw a grinder company that had a dedicated horizontal grinder that had, a horizontal platen. It had a small wheel, and then like a 4-inch wheel,
yeah,
and
I know Rick's got one, but I don't remember the make. Like, I don't know if it's like AMK or
AMK, I think, yeah, maybe. But I like Rick's setup, and I think I've seen another one before, but I walked by it and I went and I started talking to the guys, and I really love the idea. Like
sure, I love it
it
too.
has yeah, it has adjustable as adjustable rests, so like you can, lock in, especially if you're doing a lot of, batch work or repeatable processes where, you don't need to change. I mean, it limits your how much you need to change things. But if you had a small wheel at an angle where you were doing particular thing over and over again, and same with the 4-inch, and it dawned on me that, here we have the 2x72, which I'm assuming before the horizontal, the rotating, adjustable from horizontal to vertical, just this powerhouse package of versatility, right? And then they expound on that with how many different types of attachments,
Attachments, and
and
they
yeah, and like it is really the definition of versatility. And yet leave it up to, I'll just say, us makers, knife makers, to actually be so fucking lazy that we would rather have several of these expensive machines set up in dedicated spots so we don't have to take the fucking tooling arm out and change it to utilize the versatility that this thing does. Because
Yeah, and every
I
one of
am
them is versatile, but
everyone is versatile, but we want to just take that equation out and lock them into something. So I think we would all, if we could, we'd have the vertical with a rest, without a rest, one with a wheel, a big contact wheel, horizontal, small wheel, like on and on and on. We could have 5 or 6 machines set up easily, and it would be awesome. And still
that's a
find a
good
way to like
that's a good topic. I'm wondering what so I struggled with this for a while. So I only have 2 grinders only.
only,
Okay,
yeah,
only, right.
same.
Um, but I'm curious for folks out there, tell us what would you do if you don't have a second grinder, what would you have set up in your second grinder?
Yeah,
Or your third grinder, like what would be the progression of the first one would have a plat, the second one would have what, a small wheel, the one would have a 10-inch wheel, like what would you put in your grinders? I'm really curious because different people have different processes,
yeah,
and it took me probably the better part of 9 months before I'd really figured out what I wanted for the most part in that second grinder, and for me it's the small wheel.
hmm,
But the annoying thing is I'm still fucking with the rest every single time because I'm switching between vertical and horizontal.
yeah,
Most the wheel mostly I use in horizontal. So that one is mostly, but my main grinder, I'm at the point where I'm not sure I want more grinders. This is the ultimate laziness. I actually want to buy like 5 different rests, lock them at different angles,
yeah,
so that I could just grab a different rest and not have to fuck with the angle anymore and just put a
yeah,
rest in.
yeah,
Because I use like the 60 degree for doing like false edges
yeah,
and the fronts of handle scale. Like I would love to just have that set
yeah.
or have some easy way to set the angles on those things without having to get the angle finder and then getting the square to return it back to square every single time. I think I spend more time squaring up the platen than I do anything else.
Yeah, I agree. I thought 2 was gonna revolutionize my production and how much I was gonna get done, and now I just stand there and look like, "That's 2 things I don't wanna fucking change." So, yeah, I don't know, it was a funny thought that came across while we were doing that, squaring the rest up to the platen and it not actually being square the first time, and, so it was just yeah, I think that's great. So I don't know, I almost thankfully that show wasn't local because I would have walked out with that fucking horizontal machine. I promise you.
Wonder how much it was.
It was about a grinder.
Oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't uh, any major deal. I think. I mean, they had like a blade show deal, but I mean, it was a couple $100 off. No
Mm.
shipping type thing. But yeah, I don't know. It was a cool thing. Yeah, let us know what's your setup and what would your setup be if money wasn't a thing and space wasn't an issue or all those other limiting factors. I'm curious to hear too. And just give me an amen if you're too lazy to fucking change your tooling arm.
I mean, and I want to hear from somebody, and I've done this. You're so lazy you don't want to change the tooling arm that you're just going to pick a different technique to use.
Yeah, it's like me spelling words. I'll retype an entire sentence because I can't spell one word. Uh,
Oh
oh
man.
man, I forgot to tell you too when we were talking about Lawrence. He sent me a picture today. I think he's in Toronto doing on like a little getaway with his family, and
Oh nice.
he sent me a picture of another Canadian vest sighting. Somebody
Oh
walking through
really?
the yeah. So I'm not so unique apparently. There's other Canadian dudes running around all over the place. This one just happened to be in Canada.
It's not a Canadian company that makes that vest, right?
No, no, but they are Canadian. If you catch my drift.
Oh.
Oh man. But while I'm out there, I won't be able to travel with my two Basterds fat peen, but I will have for surely there will be one available if I hook up with Eric, because he's a proud owner and wielder of the fat peen. But if you're in the market for any kind of peen, straight, cross, diagonal, the curve is coming. I promise. Somehow it's coming. Make sure you check out Frank and Nita at Two Bastards Hammer, Smithy, and Supply. They will take care of all of your peen needs and get you squared away because
All I heard is you're going to Texas to play with Eric's peen. That's all I heard.
it's fat peen, not just any peen, dude. I don't mess around with little peens. You got to grip it and rip it with the big fat peen. So that's where I'm going.
This podcast has gone so downhill tonight.
Because ain't it grand to have a
The
fat
fat
peen
peen in
in
your
your
hand.
hand? That's right.
Oh,
Oh, good stuff.
so something else I did this week, not relating to peens, was
Boring.
I sat down with a couple. So one of the things that I offer as part of my Patreon membership is that I will meet with folks and go over designs with them. Very, very few people ever take me up on this offer, even though it's out there for gold members and above. That I will sit there on a live, one-on-one and actually go over designs. So just happened to be in the same week I
But you
had.
have to be a patron.
Yeah,
You
of
just
course.
don't. Oh, okay.
Well,
Nah, nah, I'm
if
kidding.
it's somebody I
I'm,
know,
I'm trolling you for your last couple that dude's
if
comment.
it's Jerid, then
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Well,
am a
you are a
patron.
patron.
Yeah, fuck off.
Why are you still a patron?
Because I don't think there's any monetary value that I could repay all of the wonderful things that you have
Blah.
taught and brought me, sir.
But I
It is,
met with,
it is a small price to pay
yeah, right.
to be your friend, apparently. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I met with Michael. When the hell was it? I don't know. Last week sometime, and he wanted to go over some. Actually, it was my suggestion. He wanted to show me some folders designs. Actually, he sent me the PDF of his folder design, and I immediately saw some issues and said, "Hey, why don't we jump on a call and let me go over it with you?" And he was also battling with inexperience with knife print at the same time, so he was having some issues there. But got to sit down with him and take him through some little gotchas and things that I encountered making. There's, even if you think, and you're really experienced with knife print, you sit down and you do a folder for the first time, there's things you're gonna, I changed after the first folder that I did. So we went over a bunch of things, and so it was good. I think he got a lot out of it. And then I actually sat down today, actually earlier today, with Raphael, who is from Sao Paulo, which was cool. And he wanted to discuss a knife design. And it was just like a fixed blade, but a complicated one. So yeah, we sat down and went over that, and that was kind of fun. And throwing ideas back and forth and what he could do to make it easier. And he's been making for just over a year, but he's got some pretty complex designs. And this is like a through tang with a pommel and a guard and I actually had to simplify it for him because I thought he was biting off a little more than he could chew. But
Hey, that's it. Yeah, my ambition far exceeded my skills. It still does.
yeah, I mean, I looked at this design and I'm like, you're crazy. I wouldn't even attempt what the picture that I'm seeing right now. So I kind of simplified it a little bit for him, and but yeah, it was fun. I don't know,
Nice.
just like you were talking about with designing sprinklers, kind of thing. It's fun to
Mhm.
get back to that kind of stuff and
It's
design
not as
stuff.
fun as profiling. I'll tell you that.
You know what? I would rather design knives than profile them.
Negative.
Profile just means you're grinding to lines to me. That does not sound fun at all. I would rather design the knife and then, yeah, laser it on a piece of steel and be done with it. So, but yeah, that was cool. It was a fun time, and yeah. And if you're one of my Patreon members, look me up. You guys have this thing for free, so use it. Don't use it too much, but
It's not for free, Dennis.
well,
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
it's included in the
I just can't
membership.
stop with
I
you.
know
I'm
you're
sorry.
just
It's such an ass. It's so bad. Hey, we have a listener question that's been on this fucking notes for probably the all-time Guinness Book of World Records for most ignored note in podcasting. But
yeah. We should.
somebody asked us that they would love to hear how we store our knives before selling. And for the longest time, I didn't read store, I wrote stroke. So I thought he was fucking with me, like, but yeah,
Well, that first of all, Jared, that would involve actually having inventory.
that's very true.
So Jared doesn't have a comment on this.
I mean, I have finished one before, and I did store it, but I do have a very, 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 very great operation for storing unfinished knives. But that's not the question, so we'll table that for when somebody asks that.
I have a very unprofessional way. The shelf right behind me where you're
I've
seeing,
seen them. Oh yeah,
that's where I store the knives in my office. I do not I do not store them in the shop. I store them in, I know some people have like a drawer in a tool chest and they like put them in there. I just don't trust that they won't get scratched. So my finished knives go up into the office, where on a shelf in the office. They don't go in cases or anything like that. They'll just go up on a shelf in the office. Some of the nicer ones might go in a case, but I just feel like I want to oil them and leave them in open air. But that's what I do. I don't know what other people do with knife inventory. That you
no.
know,
I oil it, put it in a case, and put it in my safe. If I'm not,
yeah, yeah, that works
it's
too. And your safe is in your shop, but
yeah,
a uh,
it's
a safe is a little more. You
it
know,
ain't getting messed up in there.
no,
Yeah.
it's not like a drawer in a tool chest.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know if other people have magical ways of storing knife inventory. I try not to keep a lot of
I was gonna
inventory.
say, yeah, the whole point is to move those fuckers, get them out.
If I got more than one shelf of knives, I'm usually not very happy.
Yeah.
But I mean, but for the larger items, like sometimes I have swords. I still have an axe that I actually have never put up for sale, so I shouldn't complain that I've never sold it. Um, but yeah, some of those they'll literally just sit against the wall.
Well, like what you had that or do you still have the gladiator?
Gladiator.
The gladiator, the Spartan sword.
No, no, I sold that a long time ago.
Yeah, but you had that thing for
Well,
2 shows, I thought.
I had
Where
it for a look because I for a while I convinced myself that I wasn't going to sell it because that had was like the biggest blade I had done, and then after I was doing the katanas, I'm like, why am I keeping this around? Like I stopped bringing it to shows
where
because it
did you
was.
put it?
I put it on that shelf, like the very top of the shelf up there.
Oh, so it's just literally just stayed up there.
Yeah, the wakizashi is still up there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, all my knives are in the office. I don't keep anything. Uh,
Gotcha.
but
Alright.
the axe from the chopper challenge, I still have.
Yeah. I is it still in the corner in the shop there?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's here. Yeah, in the
Uh,
office. Yeah,
oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, for a long time, it was out in the shop in the corner by the sandpaper.
yeah. Because I tried to refinish it, and I need to redo the Damascus on it. I'm just lazy, and I don't want to. So
Yeah.
I need to refinish it.
All right. Well, Jonathan Davis, lead singer for Korn. There is your. We appreciate you listening and participating in the show. Sorry it took so long for us to get to that question, but we had not forgot you. We just hadn't got to it yet. So, uh, yeah. Anybody else have any ideas? Hit us up, and I'll make sure to bring it out.
Yeah. We should talk about Mr. Coy Baker and Baker Forge and Tool. This week, their drop is the wrought iron Gomai with a nickel shim and Damascus core. That's a pretty stellar looking pattern. So go get yourself some Baker Forge steel. Go use the app. Get yourself, get it early in the app, and also get some gator piss to really turn that etch to the next level. And pretty soon you're going to be able to get that gator piss heavy for
That
those blades
dark.
that you just want a really dark finish, and there's no nickel, there's no 15 and 20 to worry about. You just want a dark finish. Go get yourself some gator piss heavy pretty soon. And they're working on that stainless production line. When that comes out, you're going to want the double nipple gator piss gator
Double
piss
nipple.
max.
Double nurple purple double nipple.
That's
Yes.
what I'm going to call it from now on. The double nipple, the double
Yes.
nipple gator piss.
Gator Max.
Gator
That's
max.
that's right.
Um, I'm really I'm gauging my builds. I'm really hoping I'm going to be able to get to some folders for Blade Show that are stainless Damascus, and of course I'll be using that Gator Piss Max to
Hmm.
etch that stuff. So
But next week, when the drop happens, if you want to get in early before everybody else, download the app from Baker Forge and Tool, and you will have the opportunity to get 1 day early access to all of the drops, and as well as just fill the card up and use the discount code triple T10 for 10% off.
yeah,
Hit me
I
with
was
it.
I was gonna say do it, but I'm not gonna say it.
Oh, I was gonna say, do it. It works. I mean, obviously. So yeah, um, Baker Forge and Tool.
Yeah. All
Get
right.
it done.
Let's do some maker spotlights.
Sure. Who do you got?
Because I was actually debating who I was going to use for my maker spotlight, but this week I have Mr. Dave Lish up in Washington that I'm going to be going to see end of next week. And the reason I was like on the fence because I was like, oh, I'm going to go see Mareko first, but I feel like Mareko's on another podcast and everybody knows him, so I figured I would call out Mr. Dave Lish. He is a master bladesmith, um, has a huge following on Instagram, but hey, maybe you don't know him. Maybe you're not one of those 76,000 followers that he has, and you should go check him out. He does amazing stuff. And if you're up in the Washington area, go check him out. Take some classes from Dave, and yeah, I'm really excited to go up and see him. Spend a couple of days, 3 days with him, and yeah, see what we're going to get into.
Yeah, that's awesome. Somehow I missed him at in Texas, so I didn't get the chance to meet him. But yeah, amazing stuff. You'll be in good hands.
So
You got man, that what a week you have.
I know
I'm just kind of looking at.
I'm going to be
There's,
spending 2 days with Stephen Lockhart in who's just south of there, and that's where I'm teaching the guard and handle class.
oh, I know that name.
Yeah.
I do know
So
that name.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll be going there first and spending. Well, I'll be there Friday night, but I don't know. Maybe I'll catch him for a drink Friday night or something. But Saturday, Sunday, I'll be with him, and then over to Mareko's for 2 days, and then 3 days with Dave, and then home. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
And
that's
I think what I want to do with Dave, and I've always said it's kind of like an excuse to go take the frame handle class, but I think the frame handle class sounds like it'll be less than 2 days. So I think we're gonna just get into some interesting stuff. I would love just to spend a day doing shit with Dave, whatever that is. I'll
yeah,
let him think up whatever we want to do. So that'd be fun. Maybe we'll just forge a knife. I don't know.
yeah. It's not gonna be a bad time, whatever it is.
No, it is not.
Oh my god, that thing is badass.
What are you looking at?
He's got
Speak, Jared.
a
Speak.
chef knife. I was trying to read his thing, but it's not giving me a. He's got a knife where the handle has a ball on the end of it. It's all fully forged.
The handle
Integral
has a
chef.
ball on the end of it. I don't know which one. I don't see that one.
It is a ways down, but
No.
it is badass.
Oh, so now you're gonna make me go look for it. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here.
I see it. I see
Yeah.
it. Okay. Yeah.
Little feather pattern on there. That thing is fucking badass.
Yeah, it kind of reminds you of tongs almost, like the
Like the
way that.
handle ends. Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
make
Very
that.
unique. I like the one right above it actually with the wavy feather. That one looks pretty
Mm.
badass too.
Yeah, yeah. Just everything's badass. So
Yeah, yeah,
if you're bored, go check out Dave's page and be odd.
yeah,
But speaking
for
of being
sure.
odd, I had the wonderful opportunity to meet this maker at Blade, Texas. I walked by his table a handful of times, and in he was like across from people that I knew, um, and I kept while I was talking to him, looking around, I would see the stuff on his table, and I finally went over and started chatting it up, and I guess Lawrence had knew him, and we got to chatting. But I have Rob Wayman from Rob Wayman Knives, all one word, Rob Wayman Knives on Instagram. Um, and I just absolutely was digging what this guy was doing. Um, not hasn't I don't think he's been at it that long, but he was had a couple of his knives featured on Blade magazine already. Um, and it was saying that actually got a sale from just being featured in the magazine. Somebody kind of looked him up and said, "Hey, I want something like that," just from seeing the knife in the in Blade magazine, which I thought was really cool. Because there was some other really profound um, things. I'm not going to remember it, but like getting pictures taken, you don't pay for pictures. Um, like professional photos of your knives.
What do you
God,
mean?
Lawrence, hit me up and let me know what the hell I'm trying to say, like right now, even though you're not going to see this.
What? I don't know what the hell you're trying to say.
It's like a saying about like people struggle with paying somebody to take the photographs of your knife, like what you did with Sharp by Coop.
Oh,
And there was a response to that you don't pay for the pictures pay for something or other. It was very profound to me that I swear I was going to
absolutely.
remember, but I don't. So maybe it wasn't that profound. But anyways, Rob has some really cool shit. He has 1,589 followers. So go check him out, give him a follow, show him some love, and yeah, I just
Yeah,
dig
I
what
was
this
I
guy's
was
doing.
not following him. You know one thing I really appreciate, like things that stand out to me that I see that like other makers aren't doing. Like that's what I see when I that's what I like to see when I look at knives of different people.
Yeah,
And I love that little um scoop depression, whatever it is, the
yeah.
on the sides of the fronts of his knives.
Yep, yep,
I've never seen another maker do that, and I think that is really cool.
yep.
And that's the theme. He does it in a lot of his knives. If you scroll down, it's like like a lot of people. Like I do the scallop on the top of the guard, but he does a scallop along the front
Integral
of
into
the
the handle.
handles, and
Yeah,
even he does it without even not on integrals later on.
yeah,
I'm looking down. That's a really nice effect.
yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, really, really nice. That's a great idea. And yeah, I mean, I've never seen anybody do that, so that's like something to call your own, Rob. So good job. I like it.
Yeah, really cool stuff. And yeah, that's I wanted to make sure we got him featured on this because and nice dude, really cool guy, easy to talk to, and just good stuff. So definitely a good follow. So go check him out.
Yeah, really nice stuff. Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah, and sorry, I was losing my train of thought, but as far as the pictures, I've said this on this podcast before. The price of getting pictures of your knives taken, even like the single shot by Jim at Sharp by Coop, I think is like between 160 $180 around there, and the triple shot is like when you got like 3 different poses of a knife is like 225, 240-ish. It is worth the money. If you got a knife that you're really proud of, get it, get pictures taken. And it's not just for you. Every single picture that Jim's ever taken of my knives have always shown up in Blade magazine at some point, whether it's the knives edition, whatever. And I'm not to say like your knives are guaranteed to go in the magazine, but your pictures will get out there. It is not just, you're not just doing it to get a professional photograph of your knife. This is marketing. So
Yes.
go do it. And people that don't do it, I think you're crazy. I mean, get yourself out there and go get some pictures taken of your knife. And Jim, I would totally always recommend Jim Cooper from Sharp Eye Coop. He is amazing, amazing pictures. I've never been unhappy with any of his pictures. I've always been thrilled. So go talk to Jim and he will set you up.
Yep. Coy and the boys will take care of you too.
Oh yes, geez, I was corrected by Coy when he was here. I keep forgetting they offer photo services. So yeah, go talk to Coy and the boys at Baker Forge Studios.
Mm-hmm.
They do photography as well. So yeah, thanks for reminding me.
You're welcome, Dennis.
And I know, switching topics, my last topic is that I don't have a triple T so far this week. So if you guys are listening to this on Tuesday or even Wednesday, and you want to get something to me, and if you have an idea for a video, send it to me because I don't have an idea for a video yet, and I need one this week because I'm not going to get one next week. So if there's some technique or something you want to hear about, let me know. Respond to Jerid and he'll funnel it to me, or just reach out to me on IG directly.
Yeah, don't bother me. Reach out to him. If it's
Reach
about
out to
Triple
me.
T, I mean, the Triple T has nothing to do with this podcast, so like, just keep that shit separate.
Maybe it'll be all about hidden tang chef knives. No, I've
Yeah.
done that before.
Ooh.
No,
Or
that's already been
horizontal stationary grinders and the shitty versatile attachments that we're
yeah,
too lazy to use. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, hit the old man up.
yeah. Let me know. I love it when people send me little questions or things that I can answer in a video, or I can help someone out in a video that might help other people. So reach out to me. Help me out, folks. Help me out.
Yeah, he needs all the help he can get.
That's right.
What did you do last week?
What do you mean? What did I do last week? I taught till Thursday morning.
You didn't do a Triple T?
Last week's was on. Oh, we didn't talk about that. Yeah, we did. Didn't we talk about it last week? The mosaic calculator.
That was the week before.
Oh no, no, that was last week. The mosaic calculator was last week.
Hmm. We talked
Don't.
about it before you did it.
Yeah, I think we talked about
Oh, that's right. I fell asleep during you talking about.
it. As I think a lot of people would have in that video, but it was a very
Yeah.
narrow audience.
No.
Hey, a lot of people downloaded that, so I'm
Okay.
happy about that.
I'm sure it's very cool. I just
Yeah,
making fun of you.
you just fucking wait. Next time we
No,
do mosaics, I'm gonna tell you to go download the calculator and figure it out
I will
yourself.
happily download the calculator, Dennis. It's just way more funner to me to make fun of you for being boring.
Yeah, yeah.
So, all right. Good enough.
All
Well,
right.
I have some very unfortunate news that unless something very, very miraculous happens with Dennis and I both being out of town next week, there is a very large chance that we will be showless next week. So,
Yeah, I'm not
uh,
bringing any kind of recording equipment with me, so it's all but nigh that we're doing a podcast next week.
it is, unless something really cool happens or uh, we get hijacked.
Hijacked.
Yeah. There's probably some willing participants that would love to come and hijack the Triple T for a complete guest spot.
Then they'd have to figure out how to post it on Zencaster.
Well, maybe they might be Zencaster aficionados. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So just a fair warning on that. Doesn't look promising, but hopefully you guys don't forget us with us being gone for 1 week. But
Just think of how much more we're going to be able to tell all you folks about the week after.
yeah, it's gonna be shitty because I'm probably gonna see 4 of the fucking listeners next week too. So no,
4 of the 6.
yeah. So they won't give 2 shits.
You should be out recruiting. Come on.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, say hi to Eric for me and Micah and whoever else you see. And
Yeah. You do the same. You give a high five to Dave, who I've never met, but give Mareko a nice big hug.
I'll give him a
from
little
me.
butt cheek grab just from you.
Yes, definitely. And whisper in his ear when you say it. Jerid loves you. All right.
Yeah, that'll scare him to hell.
Yes.
All right.
You guys do a show. Fuck.
Who, me and Mareko? That'd be fun, actually.
Do it. He's got it all set up. Get out of here. Well, coming at you live with a fantastic surprise that we just don't know is going to happen.
Yeah. He was on, what?
Art of Crest?
Yes,
Crest?
yeah. I meant to go listen to that episode. I haven't heard it yet. I was like, what? Dustin had Mareko on? What the hell?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to go listen to that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
brother. Let's get out of here. It's late, dude.
Later.
People it's late, tired. Got shit to do.
I want to spend more time with you anyway.
That is so loud in my ear. Like Olive Garden time to spend.
There, it's better.
And now it ended. That's a wrap.
Buh.